Hello everybody. Welcome to Dialogues for Change. Life is not a void to be filled. It is a plenitude to be discovered. Today I would like to share some inspiring thoughts with you by Clarissa Pinkola Estés, taken from her book Women Who Run with the Wolves, which is more about women than about men, but which I think men should also read and ponder. And the little extract that I want to read is actually about, more generally, cultural conditioning, which may cripple us to a certain extent if we get imprisoned by it. Most of a woman's depressions, ennuis, and wandering confusions are caused by a severely restricted soul life, in which innovation, impulse, and creation are restricted or forbidden. Women receive enormous impulse to act from the creative force. We cannot overlook the fact that there is still much thieving and hamstringing of women's talents through cultural restriction and punishment of her natural and wildish instincts. We can break away from this condition if there is an underground river, or even a little freshet pouring from somewhere soulful into our lives. But if a woman far from home surrenders all power, she will become first a fog, then a vapor, and finally a wisp of her former wildish self. All this secreting away of a woman's natural pelt and her subsequent drying out and crippling reminds me of an old story that circulated in our family among the several old country tailors. My late Uncle Vilmos once told it to calm and teach an angry adult in our extended family, one who was being too harsh with a child. Uncle Vilmos had infinite patience and tenderness towards humans and creatures. He was a natural storyteller and skilled in applying stories as gentle medicine. A man came to a tailor and tried on a suit. As he stood before the mirror, he noticed the vest was a little uneven at the bottom. "Oh," said the tailor, "don't worry about that. Just hold the shorter end down with your left hand and no one will ever notice." While the customer proceeded to do this, he noticed that the lapel of the jacket curled up instead of lying flat. "Oh, that," said the tailor, "that's nothing. Just turn your head a little and hold it down with your chin." The customer complied, and as he did, he noticed that the inseam of the pants was a little short, and he felt that the rise was a bit too tight. "Oh, don't worry about that," said the tailor. "Just pull the inseam down with your right hand and everything will be perfect." The customer agreed and purchased the suit. The next day, he wore his new suit with all the accompanying hand and chin alterations. As he limped through the park with his chin holding down his lapel, one hand tugging at the vest, the other hand grasping his crotch, two old men stopped playing checkers to watch him stagger by. "Oh my God," said the first man, "look at that poor crippled man." The second man reflected for a moment, then murmured, "Yes, the crippling is too bad. But I wonder, where did he get such a nice suit?" The reaction of the last old man constitutes a common cultural response toward a woman who has developed an impeccable persona, but who is all crippled up with trying to maintain it. Well, yes, she is crippled, but look at how nice she looks, look at how good she is, look at how well she's doing. When we become dried out, we try to walk all crippled up in order to make it appear that we are handling everything, that all is well, and just so. Whether it is the soul skin that is missing or the culture-made skin that doesn't fit, we are crippled by pretending it is otherwise. But when we do this, life is diminished and the cost to ourselves is very high. I think these are very, very deep thoughts to ponder on our ways of living our lives. Culture is very important, but we should not get imprisoned by it. We should not lose sight or touch of our inner selves. I hope that these nice inspirations by Clarissa Pinkola Estés inspired you on this Tuesday, 10th of January 2012. Thank you.